the groom would have just been there with the bride and all, would just be okay. But he vanishes. And the bride has to seek him. Seek him. I don't want to go there. One time I taught the entire Songs of Solomon. I think I got to half of chapter in teaching about. You will stay there till the mountains produces you oil. And when those oil come, they causes your face to shine. Dunamis that makes the face to shine. The oil. Look at it. Isaiah 26. Let's start from verse 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his chamber to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. That earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers. Enter into your closet. Was about thee, hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. You know what I found out? Those negative indignation strike the earth periodically. And unfortunately, believers get slain with it. Either you sense an evil coming, your ability to hide and come out, instead of trying to manage what is past, you come out with a promotion. The earth is visited with wickedness periodically by satanic forces. So you hear a believer was shot with stray bullet. Like there's a church somewhere in Delta State, a cathedral they put up for sale. Amen? Cathedral for sale. And my friend said he was asking, why are they selling church? You know what happened? The chief usher organized some persons to take out the pastor. So the pastor was in service preaching. Some guys came with AK-47 and came there with a wheelbarrow and said, Pastor, the way you don't preach, you don't do. Come down. They carried the pastor on the wheelbarrow out till today. So the chief usher manipulated himself and took over the church. But church, people left him. Because the place was filled. He thinks it is by shouting that the place is filled. But he didn't realize that nobody takes this honor to himself except him that is called like Aaron was called. It's grace. It's grace. It's an election of grace. So people who want to assassinate Daddy Gio to take over and become Daddy Gio, they realize that Daddy Gio might become headache. So the chief usher screamed and screamed and screamed. The more he screamed, the more people left until it is only him and his family. So he has put up the cathedral for sale. Amen. But this is where I'm coming. I know I might sound insensitive. But you see, this God will serve. He won't allow that pastor to wait till they come to kill him. It's either they miss him or he didn't come. I don't even understand. It is that a negative wave, arrow was flying. He didn't know how to hide. He said, come into your chambers until the indignation be past. And in that chamber, energy. It's a setup where God takes every adversity and turns it together for your advantage. A flip side of the same story in Warri. One of my senior friends was doing a meeting for his friend in Warri, for a bishop in Warri. When again, it was after the morning session, he went to his office. When some set of boys also with AK-47 showed up and entered, and then he broke out in other tongues. He started praying and started praying. When he opened his eyes, on his way home, one of them met him and stopped him and said, "Pastor, that your prayer proves that you be true pastor. But I want to advise you, you have to leave town for 1 week." He said, "Well, just leave town because I can't assure you that you will survive in 1 week time. That your prayer now ain't just save us and save you. But may you leave town. After 1 or 2 weeks, you feel come." Guess what? One of the assistant pastors brought the assassin to take him out. Guess what happened? They came to the assistant pastor and gave him the bullet that he had for the pastor. It's a true life story. The person who was ministering in the meeting is the person talking to me. Because he hearkened to the voice of these boys, gathered his family as he was leaving town, came to his guest. His guest came from out of this country. He told his guest, "Pastor, I don't know whether you can finish the meeting. But see what happened and I have to leave town."